You just got wrecked.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an excellent day today. Bitcoin having a minor cool off from yesterday, down 0.8%. We are seeing some of the altcoins rally. Our good old buddy Polkadot almost pushing on $30 as we speak, up 15% on the day. We have had a massive week for Bitcoin. You can see right here, we put in another new Bitcoin high, pushing up to over $49,000. $50,000 Bitcoin is just around the corner, or according to the Bitcoinist, Bitcoin price to hit $500,000 this week. The chances are huge. This is obviously a typo. When I saw this, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I mean, guys, I'm bullish, but $500,000? Let's take it a day at a time, guys. Obviously, everyone's talking about the $50,000 psychological Bitcoin barrier, but it has been a massive, massive week for Bitcoin. Not only did we have the Tesla news and the Visa and MasterCard news, but now we have the first officially approved North American Bitcoin ETF, both in US dollars and Canadian dollars. This is big, big news. We also have Miami looking to be the first US city to actually allow Bitcoin to become an acceptable form of payment, potentially even having some of those treasury funds go into Bitcoin. We have a Nigerian senator who came out and said essentially Bitcoin has rendered the currency useless, and that is just the tip of the iceberg, my friend. So we have a massive, massive year ahead of us for Bitcoin. I do want to talk about some critical levels that I'm looking at. We did have a little bit of a Bitcoin dip. It has recovered slightly. I do want to talk about the levels that I'm looking for, whether or not we could break through that 50K barrier and what we could be expecting next. So if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, consider it. We have lots of fun video clips today, so stick around all the way to the end. And if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, well, you're definitely missing out at this point, because we are absolutely killing it on the channel, and it has been an amazing ride thus far. And to think we are still only in the second month of the year. My goodness, what an amazing year we have ahead of us. Now, interestingly enough, you can see Bitcoin on the 30-minute chart actually has been playing right between the 5100 and 200 almost exactly. Look at the way that Bitcoin literally came down, just bounced slightly off the 200, got support on the 100, and now we are approaching the 50. So if we do flip the 50, which is around, I would expect maybe some short-term, around the 47,850, we might have a little bit of turbulence. As I did say, guys, I am looking for that potential pullback still. We could still retest this critical legacy trend line here. Interesting thing, though, is we did have a perfect bounce right off of the VPVR, which is exactly at 46,567, which has been the average buy-in price ever since February 8th. So that is also a level to keep your eyes on, right? Having a look right here, though, we are back above the critical 46,856 level. This is the level to look at. And as I told you guys, and it wasn't clickbait in yesterday's video. I was dead serious when I said it was the most bullish thing I had ever seen. If you didn't check out yesterday's video, check out yesterday's video right now, then come back and watch this video, because having a look right here, you could see that we retested this trend line that was essentially a resistance that was holding us back all the way since this peak back here in June. And you could see if we extended it all the way out to the high that we had right here this year in January, and we zoom in, this was all in yesterday's video, by the way, if you didn't check it out, we had a perfect retest, multiple 4-hour retests. We had 1, 2, 3, and then, a couple little bounces right there off of it. So, it's very possible that we could come down and retest this again, falling below $44,000. It's possible, but man, we've seen some incredible bounces right there. But like I said, there is also the chance, and this is sort of the short-term bearish target if we do fall, that we will retest the previous high, which is sitting at around, it's just under 42,000, 41,968. So I would be looking at $42,000 area to start leveling in some big longs if you're looking for that spike to the upside. Another one is the 21 exponential moving average, which I could see right around the $40,700 level. So pretty much anywhere in that area. If I could draw a box to kind of show you right here. So right in this area would be a really excellent spot to actually start putting in some of those longs. If you guys are interested, I I do prefer using Bybit for Bitcoin and Ethereum. They have really great liquidity, super fast matching engine. Definitely check that out if you're interested. I do have links below in the description. Make sure it is from the official CryptoZombie. Don't get scammed by these scammers in the comments. You guys can see $680 bonus for Femex, $120 for Bybit. And also, if you're looking to actually trade things like indexes and traditional stocks, you can do that over on Prime XBT. There's a 50% code. Basically, if you enter the code CryptoZombie, you get 50% to trade with. If you deposit a Bitcoin, they will give you half a Bitcoin to trade with. So that is pretty incredible. But, you know, talking about the potential chance of, okay, Bitcoin could fall, it could retest its levels. Let me talk about a chart that's looking really ugly that could be bullish for Bitcoin, and that is the DXY, the Dollar Currency Index. It looks like we have potentially put in a short-term double top for the dollar right here, which is very, very bearish in my opinion. And if we're just going to zoom in on the daily, have a look at this right here. We are clearly putting in a bearish flag for the dollar. And if we actually look for a target and we take this right now and put it down here for the breakout, you're now looking at going down to somewhere potentially to 85. If we come to the end, it could be 86. But yeah, I mean, this thing is looking to go now into the mid 80s potentially for the dollar. So this is good for Bitcoin because as the dollar falls, you know, companies like Tesla and these high net worth individuals, they're going to be looking for that hedge against inflation. Clearly, the dollar is not the place to be having your funds right now. As you can see right here, interestingly enough, if we were to insert Bitcoin and Ethereum into the largest banks by market cap, Bitcoin would actually be worth more than JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and ICBC combined. And just looking at it simply in rank, Bitcoin is the biggest bank in the world. And interestingly enough, they actually have noted, be your own bank, not ranked country worldwide. And actually, interestingly enough, Ethereum, even though like they're not really putting them in here technically with the numbers, would be right between number 5 and number 4. So DeFi is taking over. Bitcoin is taking over. People are realizing that leaving your money in a bank, you know, for 30 years or stuffing some cash under the mattress is not the answer if you want to preserve your wealth. In fact, the City Commission of Miami is now looking into the feasibility of allowing Miami residents to pay taxes and receive salaries in Bitcoin and potentially put the treasury, some of it, a percentage, into Bitcoin reserves as well. And if you haven't seen the official video from Mayor Francis over here, check this out super quick.
I want to thank the City of Miami Commissioners for supporting my resolution, which directs the city manager after analysis to procure a vendor to be able to offer our employees to get a percentage of their salary in Bitcoin, allows our residents to pay for fees in Bitcoin, and also would allow the city manager to cooperate with Miami-Dade County to allow for taxes to be paid in Bitcoin. It also requests of the state legislature that the city of Miami supports efforts to make Bitcoin an acceptable currency for us to potentially invest in the future. It's wonderful to be a very crypto-forward city in the city of Miami, and I want to thank my commission colleagues for allowing that to happen.
Not only to mention that, but our good old buddy, Andrew Yang, who unfortunately did drop out of the presidential race, he is looking to run for the mayor of New York City. Gonna be honest, as a New York citizen, I definitely support this guy, and he says the world's financial capital, New York, I would invest in making the city a hub for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So imagine this, starting with just a city, moving to a potential state. The next thing you're going to see is countries. And when countries, full-on nations, start putting some of their reserves into Bitcoin, that is when you're going to see the price absolutely explode, and you can kiss your 4-year cycle goodbye, because then there is no ceiling to the price of Bitcoin, right? You have 21 million Bitcoin and you have endless fiat printing, just money printer go burr. In fact, having a look over here, Nigerian senator, this is thanks to Dennis Parker, has said that Bitcoin has made the Nigerian currency useless and valueless. If you haven't checked out this video, we're going to play it right now.
Cryptocurrency has become a worldwide transaction of which you cannot even identify who owns what, and is being protected by an app or software blockchain the technology is so strong that I don't see how, even if we regulate it, I don't know the kind of regulation that we can do. Because another very important thing that we should know is that Bitcoin has made our currency almost useless or valueless.
And if that wasn't enough excitement for today, we have probably some of the biggest news, although no, it's not for US just yet, but we did in fact get a Bitcoin ETF for investment from Accelerate Financial that has been approved in Canada. So this does officially make it the first approved Bitcoin ETF in North America after the Ontario Securities Commission gave the green light for the institutional product. Now, interestingly enough, they are actually going to be denominating it in both Canadian dollars and US dollars as well. So we can say it's a quasi win for the US, but no, we don't have an official one in the US just yet, but Canada's probably as close as it's going to get. And you can see right here, it stated that they are going to be offering USD as well as Canadian dollars, adding that it has applied to list a BTC on the Toronto Stock Exchange. The CEO at the time has said, quote, Bitcoin has been one of the best performing asset classes on a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, and 10-year basis, both absolute and risk adjusted. Given Bitcoin's historical track record and future potential, along with its portfolio diversification properties, we are looking forward to offering investors exposure to the asset class in an easy-to-use, low-cost ETF. So it has finally happened, not US, Canada. I will take it. It is only a matter of time until we have one in the US, and you're seeing celebrities jumping on board. Now, some people are saying, okay, this is the top. Lindsay Lohan is tweeting, she just recently was tweeting about Tron and stuff like that, but not really going to comment on all that today. But we have seen Jay-Z, in combination with Jack over on Twitter, they're going to give 500 Bitcoin to a new endowment named B-Trust to fund Bitcoin development, initially focused on teams in Africa and India. It'll be set up as a blind, irrevocable trust, taking zero direction from us, and then they go on to say we need 3 board members. Crypto Daily says, like I said, adoption is no longer on its way. It appears to be already happening here in Bitcoin. Yes, I totally agree, and I forgot to like this tweet, but you can see right here, talking about the fact that we've already had PayPal roll out in the US. Now, UK residents will soon be able to use payment platforms to buy and sell cryptocurrency. PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, you got these celebrities, you have these S&P 500 companies coming on. PayPal has also intended to offer cryptocurrency services for users using Venmo, right? Venmo has become extremely popular as well. They go to say, in addition to crypto support, they're going to be rolling out other non-crypto services across the globe as part of a greater international campaign to offer users more choices in payment methods. And, like Loma Crypto over here said, he says, look, if you're not at least just holding spot Bitcoin and prioritizing altcoins now as well, you're probably doing it wrong, fam. He says, I genuinely feel like the relative downside, barring a black swan event, of course, on Bitcoin is so slim right now. I can't see how Bitcoin has topped with companies pouring in left and right to get invested. $50,000 Bitcoin is inevitable. Whether we go down a little bit beforehand or not should not be a deal breaker. And I 100% agree with this. In fact, this is what I'm saying. There are so many people, I keep seeing the 4-year cycle chart, which I've talked about myself, but you got to understand that we have never seen anything, 2013, 2017, whatever you want to call it, we have never seen what we are seeing right now. We haven't had Fortune 500 companies buying Bitcoin. We haven't had US cities looking to offer Bitcoin for payment and put some of their balance sheet on it. No, this is a brand new paradigm. We haven't seen countries admitting that Bitcoin is making their currency useless and they're looking of adopting Bitcoin as potentially the currency for the country. This is a paradigm shift. We are seeing the collapse of the traditional system. This is something that they are going to be writing in the history books, and you and I right now are witnessing it firsthand. And give yourself a pat on the back if you're here right now. Absolutely amazing. Now, I know everyone's going to ask me about what's going on with Ethereum. To be quite honest with you guys, Ethereum is just consolidating in this, you could say that it might be forming a bit of a ascending triangle type thing, looking for a breakout. It still is in this channel. I'm still keeping my eyes on this heart line here. Every daily candle, today I'm looking for a potential, you might retrace down to 1671, tomorrow 1695. So, anywhere in the high to mid 16s could be a good place to put in a long. If you're looking to trade Ethereum over here, you can see that we did have a very, very nice bounce right here off the critical level of 1735. And as I did say, we may potentially be forming somewhat of an ascending triangle, which I would look for the breakout to be no later than February 21st. And if Ethereum does anything like Bitcoin, we know that it usually doesn't get to the end. So keep your eyes on that. A breakout above 1847 and retest of the 4-hour is a definite long entry for me. I would say that would put Ethereum for a $2,000 level easy. I think Ethereum can hit $2,000 easy once it breaks above 1847. And just throwing it out there, guys, a lot of people talk about these copy trading platforms. Prime XBT is a place that you can actually head over and literally copy trade. So essentially what you do is, you deposit your Bitcoin, you click follow, and you can follow any of these top traders. You can see some of the profits these guys have made, almost 7,000%, 1,500. We have our buddy Doritos over here, he's a member of the CryptoZombie community, still number 7, kicking it with 364%. Congratulations, my man. So yeah, basically you could just head on over here and just follow. And but obviously do this at your own risk because you're essentially putting your funds in the hand of another trader, but it is something that you can do. And like I said, guys, if you do check the links below, Prime XBT is offering a 50% bonus. Now, keep in mind, it's not like you can just deposit a Bitcoin, you get half a Bitcoin, you take 1.5 off. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to use it for trading or for fees, but that's a really incredible opportunity. Check that out in the link below in the description. But I hear a lot of people complaining about these centralized solutions and they go, yeah, but I don't want to trade on a centralized platform. I hear you guys, that's not Satoshi's vision. Well, a project I told you about months ago, DeFi social trading. Now, this is over on DEXI Network, and I told you guys about the absolute beginning of these. If I look at the max right here, we were talking about these guys before the launch, after the launch. You could have bought this as low as 7 cents, and today these guys are literally up to $7. DEXI has done a 10x, and the reason for this is because these guys are serious. They've been working, they've been developing. If you haven't checked out what they've been doing, they have a lot of different things. They have their W2W app you can use right now. They have their decentralized tournament service, which I'll get to in a minute, and they have 4 releases up and coming. So they have right here investment social trading platform for calculating trading P&L for any wallet. They have limit swap. They also have this thing down here that's coming out called Bill Trade, a unique centralized social trading platform, 3 types of limit orders and decks. So yeah, investing, follow, competition. This is a lot of stuff. If you guys are interested, by the way, these guys are actually backed by some pretty big names. I don't know, you guys might be familiar with NEM and Orion Protocol, as well as Dext and Staffy. So you can see right here, here's some of the opportunities to get involved. You can win $30,000 from Dexi and partners and later share in managing 100,000 of Dexi's funds. So these are the types of projects you want to keep your eyes on. Pay attention to Dexi, guys. I'm not telling you to hop in right now. They've already done a 10x since we've talked about it. But, I've seen the shift going into decentralization. This is something that I think people are interested in, For example, you've seen Uniswap totally taking over a lot of that centralized volume. And you've seen even things, for example, like Injective Protocol looking for decentralized derivatives. And I could definitely see Dexi Network being a hardcore competitor in the social trading space. So keep your eyes on these guys. Like I said, they've already done an impressive 10x, but if you want to do it centralized, you can head on over to Prime XBT. But if you're looking for that decentralized copy trading experience, then yeah, Dexi Network is definitely the place to go. So check this out. Have a look if you guys are interested. Another project that I've been totally bullish on is Linear Finance. My goodness, up another 20% just today. Look at this market cap. These guys have had an impressive 600% increase in just the past 30 days. They're up 2,000% since their low. We talked about these guys at the ICO. I told you before this project even launched what these guys are doing. They're really going to help with a lot of the, cross-chain liquidity issues, compatibility issues, right? They are in their early stages right now, but they do have their synthetic assets that are built on Linear Exchange and can be swapped to ERCs or to the Binance smart contract. We've seen Binance coin absolutely exploding, right? You can see over here, linear exchange. You guys can check it out. They have a lot of things you could do so far. They have yet to introduce the indexes, which a lot of people are waiting for. They do have some commodities. They have gold and silver, obviously plenty of cryptocurrencies, Polkadot, Cardano, Chainlink, Wi-Fi as well. So yeah, I mean, guys, have a look at this, and definitely that's something to keep your eyes on. Once again, guys, you know, it's up to you. Decentralized finance is not for everybody. You can always head on over to something like Femex. You know, they are having a $680 bonus. You can also trade some things over there. They also have spot trading, $10 monthly. So if you're tired of paying these high fees, you can literally pay $10 a month over on Femex. And yeah, like I said, guys, all of these links are in the description. Check it out below. They're in the pinned comments. You guys know what to do. But I do want to get back on Bitcoin because let's be honest, as much as we love making money on those, you know, those sick gains on the alts, Bitcoin is still in the spotlight. It's the household name. It's the one that everyone is looking at right now. And we know that Jamie Dimon over at JP Morgan, they've been very cynical about Bitcoin in the past. And a recent report today on CNBC has stated that JP Morgan Chase's co-president, Daniel Pinto, is keeping an open mind about Bitcoin, signaling confidence that the bank might get involved if the cryptocurrency becomes a broadly used asset. Quote, they say, if over time an asset class develops that is going to be used by different asset managers and investors, we will have to be involved. They go on to say that the demand isn't there yet, but I'm sure it will be at some point. So, I mean, you know, this is going from saying it's a fraud, you know, it'll never catch on, it's nothing but funny internet money to, you know, if we have to, we'll accept it, but it's not quite there demand-wise yet. So, well, soon enough, they'll probably be taking some of the steps and, you know, like BNY Mellon did, right? Only a matter of time. So that is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. If you love this kind of content, definitely get subscribed. Feel free to drop a like or a comment. You know, join the free Telegram group. We hang out and talk crypto all day. So that is it for me. It is Friday. We do know things can get a little bit crazy on the weekends, right? We have futures trading closing. Weekends can get a little bit crazy. Mondays are always fun. I'll be here for the entire weekend. You know that. So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I do this every single day. My name is K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.